The arts also flourished in theatre, poetry and music, with such playwrights as William Shakespeare.
If you write plays for the theatre and your audience is composed of the very poor and rowdy, the middle class, and the rich, snobby and difficult to please, how can you get everyone to like your play? William Shakespeare succeeded. You've probably heard about Shakespeare, the playwright, or perhaps some of his plays, Romeo and Juliet, or Hamlet. Shakespeare was born in 1564 in England in the town Stratford-upon-Avon to a wealthy family. When he was 18, he married and had children here. But he longed to be an actor, so he moved to London. That was a very unusual choice he made, to become an actor when born into a rich family. Luckily, he soon became famous, and not long after that, he began to write his own plays. In the 16th century, there were no TVs, cinemas, nor mobile phones, so the theatre became the entertainment above all, for all, rich and poor. At the front, next to the stage, were the cheapest places. They were for standing only. Here the audience was rowdy, drinking and fighting. To make the play appealing to them, Shakespeare wrote scenes that were as violent as the audience. And he used crude jokes, like sex jokes, and...
He meant a fart!
That's right, fart jokes. Shakespeare's fart jokes were fun in a simple way, but they were also clever and appealed to the more educated, or the rather posh. Fart. Shakespeare's intelligent yet funny text, and his strong stories about life and death and love, are the reasons why he is still being played often. In the 1590s, Shakespeare became famous for being the country's great playwright, dramatist, and wealthy. Now he could afford to build a brand new theatre, the Globe.
Let's visit the Globe Theatre in London. The Globe Theatre, which you can see here and visit today, is in fact the third Globe Theatre. The first Globe Theatre was built in about 1598, and it opened for its first production in 1599. This third Globe is a faithful reproduction of the original, as faithful as possible given the relatively small amount of information available. It was thanks to the determination and the vision of an American, Sam Wanamaker, that construction began in 1993. It was officially opened by Queen Elizabeth II in 1997. The Globe is a circular 20-sided shape. The open area is called the pit, or the yard, and it is for members of the audience who are standing, the groundlings. The yard was the cheapest place to watch a play, and it cost a penny. About 1,000 people would be groundlings. Around the yard are the galleries, which are more protected from the elements. The galleries held 2,000 to 3,000 people who paid 2 or more pennies to sit. The most expensive areas in the galleries were those closest to the stage, from which the performance could be best heard. Playgoers in Shakespeare's times would say, "I'm going to hear a play," and not "I'm going to see a play," showing how important the script was. From here, they could also be best seen by the rest of the audience, showing off their finery. Actors were all men and boys, and they played both male and female roles. Costumes were elaborate and specially made.
Content? You closed the rose. I have not opened it. That woman is a woman!
What? A woman? You mean that goat?
I'll see you all in clink! In the name of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth!
Mr. Tilney! Have a care with my name, you will wear it out. The Queen of England does not attend attend exhibitions of public lewdness. So something is out of joint. Come here, Master Kent. Let me look at you. Yes, the illusion is remarkable. And your error, Mr. Tilney, is easily forgiven. But I know something of a woman and a man's profession. Yes, by God, I do know about that.
The Globe was built in 1599 and still exists in London, though reconstructed, of course. Here, Shakespeare's plays are still being staged, and there are a few to choose from. He wrote 37 plays that can be divided into 3 kinds. Plays about kings, the histories, sad plays, tragedies, and funny, happy plays, comedies. But Shakespeare also wrote poems, sonnets,